Hey guys, this is Dom. All by myself today, doing commentary. This match is going to be Joe um, with Mono Red. He's currently at 0 and 2. He's the only player who hasn't won a match yet, but I think he's facing one of his better matchups. He's up against Hunter, who's playing the blue black Tezzeret control deck. Um, so I feel like it's a good matchup for mostly red goblins, but I guess we'll find out. They're getting ready to start the game. Hunter is actually um, he's at 2 and 1. We're playing a couple of matches not in chronological order due to availability. Um, so he's actually played his round 4 match already, even though this is a round 3 match. Um, he had a quite exciting round 4 match actually that came down to some very very close plays that he was able to squeak out game 3. Um, yeah, I think it's gonna be interesting, but I don't think that Hunter is likely to be able to stabilize the game in time if Joe gets off to some sort of an aggressive start. Um, but we'll see. Anything can happen in Magic, and I believe the players are about to get started. Maybe Joe is ready and Hunter was not, and now Hunter is ready but Joe is not ready. So something happened there. And all right, here we go. Die roll always important when you're playing a red aggro deck. And oh, Joe does not get there. So I believe this is the second straight match that rolling a 5 is successful. Um, that seems like a pretty good hand, actually, for Hunter. Obviously, not a good hand for Joe. He's going to have to mulligan. Having no lands. That's much better. He's got Zurgo, Lightning Helix. I still don't really like Seismic Assault, but it probably is at its best in this matchup. That is certainly a way to beat an Ensnaring Bridge. Um, so we're going to have Island, no Serum Visions here. That's interesting. Maybe Hunter not sure what he's scrying for yet, so he does have both colors and can cast all of his spells, so it might actually be completely reasonable. I'm used to playing Ad Nauseam combo in Modern, you just snap off your cantrips immediately if you're able to do so. Siege Gang Commander. Another source of direct damage. Again, like that's going to come up, and especially in a game with Ensnaring Bridge. We're also going to see here, so Zurgo is going to be cast, presumably just as a 1-mana 2/2. Is Zurgo Bell Striker. Legendary 2/2 with... we cost 2 to dash anyway, so doesn't matter. All right, here's a Mana Leak. It's interesting here. Hunter could just snap the Duress. Or he could cast the Duress and the Serum Visions, actually, but I think he's just going to leave up Mana Leak and either cast a Doomblade or take the hit. Joe doesn't really have a follow-up threat, so if Doomblade does happen, he may not have anything else to do, really. Seismic Assault also kind of competing with... Oh, Boros Charm's pretty good. I was going to say, Seismic Assault also competing a bit with Siege Gang Commander, because now you want to get to 5 lands and not like 2 or 3, which most of his cards cost 3 or less mana. Joe's going to play Arid Mesa. I assume he's going to attack. Hunter is just going to take the damage. I imagine Joe will just pass here, since he has his only spells he can cast are instants. There's really no reason to cast them into open mana. Hunter is going to go to his 3rd turn. And this could be a turn where we'll probably see Serum Visions or No, well, I was going to say or duress. We probably won't see duress because he's going to have to tap multiple lands. He picks up Gilded Lotus, which does not seem particularly good right now. So now I think I like Serum Visions, and then he can leave up either Mana Leak or Doomblade, which I imagine is what he's going to do. He also doesn't have a land drop for next turn, so that makes the Serum Visions even more desirable to cast. We can check in on his stream here.
Or just try to
see what he has to say.
And Serum Vision something. And then have 1 mana doing pretty much nothing. And then just keep taking damage from the Zergo, which is awkward too. The other option is just leave up Doomblade, Mana Link, and Serum Visions now.
Alright, so you can see he's kind of going... He mentioned my line, but also is thinking through casting the Duress or something else. Alright, so he's cast Serum Visions. Disdainful Stroke, not good in this matchup, although it could have a target in the ECGN Commander. So now he's scrying 2. If I look in here, we can see maybe what he's looking at. He's got Island, or sorry, Swamp, Go for the Throat, are the 2 cards he's looking at. So he's going to put Go for the Throat on top and Swamp on top as well. So he likes both of his cards. He's got some removal and a 4th land. And now he only needs a 5th land to be able to get to 8 mana thanks to the Gilded Lotus. So he's going to sack Arid Mesa. I imagine he's going to get an untapped Sacred Foundry going to 17 and then cast... I think I'd cast Lightning Helix since Boros Charm has a little more utility. And that's what he does. So this will put Hunter to 15 and Joe to 20, although Joe's life total not super relevant in this matchup. And yeah, Hunter's just going to let that resolve. So he needs to be more worried about permanent damage sources. Hellrider is the draw. It's not a bad card, but currently can't cast it. So he's going to attack with Zergo before he does anything. We'll see if Hunter not willing to pull the trigger on this Doomblade. He can take 2 more damage. Joe's now going to play the Stomping Ground tapped. Now he has Boros Charm available to cast on Hunter's end step, or he could just cast it now while he's tapped out. So here's an end of turn Doomblade. It's targeting Zergo Bellstriker. Joe could also make Zergo indestructible, but I don't think I like that line of play. You're basically saying that you have to get in with Zergo 3 more times for this to be better than just dealing the 4 damage. So I think you either Boros Charm to the face while he's tapped out, or you just don't do anything. Here is the charm. Oh, we're not sure what the mode is yet. Indestructible. Values that repeatable damage source, I guess. It does make Hellrider better if he has another creature in play. So that's an argument. He is going to get 1 more hit in because Hunter can't... He could bridge Duress, but only get down to 3 cards. So I don't think he's going to do that. He's going to keep mana up, probably to counter a Hellrider or something similar. He's just going to cast Duress. That's going to get the Seismic Assault. It's actually not really a big deal. I don't think Joe is casting the Seismic Assault with a 4 and a 5 drop in his hand. Joe does have very few bad draws in his deck. A land enables him to cast the Hellrider. I think the only brick he has is Hero of Oxid Ridge, which would be I think his only remaining spell that costs more than 3. And we'll close this window. Joe draws Grim Lavamancer, which is actually, I think, pretty good here. Like, it's not affected by Ensnaring Bridge. If it draws a mana leak, I think you're happy with that, because then you can actually resolve your Hellrider. Well, Hellrider actually does get countered by Stroke, though. So he does have a lot of stuff to kind of plow through. So Zurgo gets in for 2. The Hunter drops to 11. Still at a pretty healthy life total. Yeah, Mana Leak is going to get this Lavamancer. This does possibly give a window for Joe to have like the last threat that wins a game. The Siege Gang is a famous, I think it was Jamie Wakefield once said that's the last fatty that kills them. Joe's lined up right now, so Zurgo, if Zurgo gets hit by Go for the Throat and then Hellrider gets hit by Disdainful Stroke, the Siege Gang Commander can still finish the game off. Obviously there are more draw phases, or draw steps I should say. There is the 4th land. Joe's probably going to just cast the Hellrider. There's the Disdainful Stroke. Zurgo has just been plowing away here. I might have been wrong now about the Boros Charm, because he's now dealt the 4 damage and still has the 2/2 in play. Hunter is close to getting new an Ensnaring Bridge lock sort of situation. He can't cast that Gilded Lotus, but he could end step Go for the Throat. Which may be appealing, because then he could, if he draws a land or another cheap spell. Okay, he didn't do it though. He holds the Go for the Throat. So he's got Bridge. He could Dimir Signet Bridge. Zurgo could still attack though. That may just still be the play anyway. That enables him to cast Gilded Lotus next turn as well. Hunter just passes the turn. Joe picks up Lightning Bolt, which is not a great draw here because it makes him unable to cast the Siege Gang. I'm assuming Zurgo is going to eat the Go for the Throat. Although it doesn't have to. Hunter's played very patiently. He is a virtual 4. Wonder if he's thinking about Go for the Throat. Might be able to listen in here.
Keep taking damage.
So he does. Oh, he knows about the Siege Gang Commander from Duress. So we might have to save Go for the Throat.
Just going to die to Zurgo, so it's fine.
Alright, so he's gonna
Bridge.
untap. He does Vendilion Click. That could remove the Siege Gang from Joe's hand. So Hunter can cast the Gilded Lotus and then cast one other spell. I think that makes sense. That's what he's going to do. So here's the Gilded Lotus. It'll be interesting to see if Joe, or if Hunter casts a Vendilion Click, does he bolt in response? Or bolt with the trigger on the stack and kill the click. This has kind of turned into an interesting sort of like Protect the Queen style game where he's just like trying to ride the Zurgo and uses other threats to occupy Hunter while the Zurgo just keeps getting in there for 2. Gilded Lotus resolves. Let's see if check the switch again. Okay, so
Next turn, wait until he's got
he's got wait and draw step type in his chat box, so it looks like he's gonna do that. Joe picked up a Tarka's command. Oh, he bolted him. A Tarka's command deals 3 damage. Only to players. Okay, so alright, yeah, Joe bolted end of turn, so he can. So he can do the 3 damage. Pumping Zergo doesn't do anything. I'm not sure what, like, the second mode should be. The game life doesn't matter, the play land doesn't matter. I guess he can make Zergo a 3/3, but it doesn't do anything. I guess it depends also what he draws off the click will affect how he plays the rest of the turn. I'm pretty sure Hunter has to take the Siege Gang Commander, even though it may make him lose this turn. I don't think he can actually beat the Siege Gang Commander if it resolves. I guess he could kill it with Go for the Throat and play Bridge and hope to never like have a card in his hand. But that's probably ambitious. The Siege Gang goes to the bottom. Joe draws some Mountain. And we're going to keep playing. Interesting. Does he? He has to decide now if he's going to ram his Zergo into the click or not. I think if you're just trying to draw a burn spell and kill your opponent, I think you just attack. It's like, why bother with them having a clock? I'm not sure though. No, he's not going to attack. Not sure if he has any removal that only hits creatures. Hunter does get to draw a card. Swamp is not really what he wanted. He can empty his hand though. He plays the land. If he is going to do this, he should attack first. He could also just play Bridge and pass, and then save the Go for the Throat for something else. And that's what he's going to do, it looks like. Joe has numerous live draws. Mountain is not one of them. Yeah, so I like playing the 5th land here just in case. Even though Siege Gang's on the bottom, could end up shuffling or something. Mistvein Border Post. So, like, Hunter's locked the game down, but he's nowhere near winning. I think is the main problem. And Joe's just going to have many, many chances to find a burn spell. And he found a Mountain. Might as well play it. Bridge only checks Hunter's hand. Okay, Expedition map, that's a thing. So I can find him Academy Ruins. He's got no artifacts in his graveyard. Though. I guess I can find him Inkmoth Nexus, which would make a 10-turn clock, which is better than what he has right now. That's actually an interesting decision. If he gets the Expedition, or if he gets Academy Ruins, he could also Academy Ruins back the Expedition map to get the Inkmoth Nexus later, although I'm not sure how good that is. Okay, so he did get Inkmoth Nexus. I just don't think dodging a burn spell for 10 turns is realistic. It's actually really 11 turns because he doesn't deal any poison. No. Hey, well, Hero of Oxid Ridge doesn't do anything. Does Joe even play it? I guess so. Like, his only artifact removal is Destructive Revelry, which wins the game anyway. Cryptic Command, that's a big deal. So now Hunter has a shield. He does have a card that's kind of stuck in his hand, but I don't think he's going to complain about that. Alright, so Inkmoth next is going to get in here for 1 poison. It's 2 power, or 1 and 2 power creatures can attack. Joe taking poison damage. I think we might be able to get Sky in here. So I might be able to get some accompanying commentary. Joe picks up Goblin Guide, which doesn't do a whole lot. Hey, Sky.
Hello?
Hey, what's up?
Hey.
So Hunter is at 1, but has the Ensnaring Bridge lock.
Ah, okay.
And he has a Cryptic Command in hand, so it's going to be close. Joe's still at 20. But yeah. So we're kind of late in game 1.
Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to get Cockatrice to start, and it is not working.
Yeah, so Hunter just drew Tezzeret, Agent of Bolus. Put it up to 4.
Ooh.
So
Okay.
that could be his win condition.
Right.
Inkmoth is about to deal its 2nd poison.
Okay.
So Hunter has a Vendilion Click, a Tezzeret at 4, a Bridge, and a lot of mana. Joe has 6 lands, a Hero of Oxid Ridge, a Zurgo, and then a Mountain and a Goblin Guide in his hand.
Ooh, that's exciting.
So
Hero of Oxid Ridge.
Yeah. And he just drew Goblin Grenade, which was probably going to look like it'll win the game, but it's going to get cryptic.
Right. Filter games, show unavailable games. What's the game called?
Good question. I think it's just called Modern Roto.
Okay. I can search Roto. Haha. Alright, I'm in.
Okay, so actually, Hunter has 2 cards in hand. So if he casts his Go for the Throat on the Zurgo instead of the Goblin Guide, he's going to die to Goblin Grenade.
Oh no!
So this is actually a really interesting spot.
Yeah. So is he thinking about Goblin Grenade?
Most people don't.
Right.
Alright, beginning of combat. If he casts Cryptic Command to tap, that's also going to lose him the game. He has to cast exactly Go for the Throat on Goblin Guide. And
that was definitely not the one he needed to kill. That had 4 power.
That one can't attack.
Yeah. That one was not going to be able to attack for a long time. Alright, so looks like Joe's going to take it down.
Yep.
Wow. Oh, man. Is anyone recording this? I guess Hunter might be.
Oh, yeah, I've been recording. I've just been talking to myself.
Okay.
So, it's something I do pretty regularly anyway, so we can know. Post it to YouTube.
Well.
Goblin Grenade's targeting you, in case you were unsure. That was Joe's last turn. He actually had several turns where he like drew mountains and stuff, but Hunter was going to gain a bunch of life next turn, so that was another very close game.
Wow.
Hunter's deck just lives on the edge.
So, let's see. Do I have their sideboards? No. I don't know what's in their card pools right now. I can't reference it at the moment. What do you think they're going to be bringing in against each other?
Yeah, I'll pull the spreadsheet up.
Yeah.
All right. Joe has not a ton. He's got Destructive Revelry in a 75. I know it was main deck in the first 2 rounds. I don't know if he moved it to the board, but if it's not his main deck now, it certainly will be.
He was actually playing that main before?
He was, but it was really bad a couple times, so I think there's a good chance he moved it out. He has a Wear and Tear. I think I also like Fulminator Mage and Molten Rain in this matchup.
Yeah, the land destruction is super important. Academy Ruins is just going to stop him from being able to win.
He does have access to the twin combo. I think it's bad, though.
I was kind of surprised that nobody took that sooner.
Yeah.
It seems like one of the best things that you can do in Modern.
Yeah, I don't think it's bad in general. I just think it's bad here.
Right, yeah. Right, I mean, he took it so late that it was kind of too late for him to make his deck work with it.
Yeah, it's sort of just like a Hail Mary against like an unwinnable matchup or something.
Right.
But I think Hunter can disrupt it really easily. And also, like...
He's got a lot of removal.
It does require attacking, which Ensnaring Bridge is pretty good against.
Right. I mean, if you had Deceiver Exarch, 1 card in hand, he still gets there, but...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, Pestermite's probably not doing it.
Yeah.
He just has so much spot removal anyway.
Mm-hmm.
If we look at Hunter's... Or, go ahead.
I was just saying, Pestermite or Deceiver Exarch with Splinter Twin also... No, you can't tap down all of his permanents because then you're not untapping the Splinter Twin. Never mind.
Right.
I was thinking you could force Hunter to build up cards in hand by not casting spells, but that doesn't work.
Hunter definitely wants Spellskite.
Yeah.
And Flash Freeze.
Yeah.
I don't see a whole lot else. Oh, he has a Drown in Sorrow. That's really good, too.
Yeah. Counter spells are probably less good against Joe's deck than they were against mine from last night. So he probably doesn't want many, but Flash Freeze is basically hard removal, so I think he wants that one.
He has Drown in Sorrow and he has Infest.
Oh, wow.
That's
okay,
obnoxious.
those are both going to be really powerful here.
Alright, here we go. Joe has a very strong hand. Although he doesn't have a 2-drop, so it's actually not that strong. But it's Goblin Guide into Rabble Master.
Yeah. Okay. He does have 2 lands, so he's likely to hit his either a 2-drop or his...
Fulminator Mage also not good right here.
Yeah, but it's good insurance.
What do you think of Hunter's hand?
He kept that. I don't like it very much now that it didn't turn into a new 6.
You can kill one thing.
Yeah, and then if you happen to live till turn 5, you put Tezzeret into, I guess, Ensnaring Bridge, but your hand's still gonna be full.
Joe just found Destructive Revelry. It's probably gonna be good at some point.
Yeah, he's got the Stomping Ground in his pool, right?
He does.
Yeah, he's the one that took that. Okay, so he can actually just cast Destructive Revelry on 2 if he wants. Although I'm guessing that Executioner's Capsule is going to snap off pretty quickly.
Yeah. If Hunter somehow draws a come into play tap land and plays it, that's going to be a blowout.
Right.
What did we reveal off Goblin Guide?
I don't know.
Oh, he drew a swamp.
Oh, okay, that was actually off the Goblin Guide.
Mm-hmm. Land is not what he wanted to draw there.
No, but at least it's 2 cards deeper into something that might be not land eventually.
Yeah. Joe finds his 3rd land.
Yep.
If Hunter was very patient against... There was a Zergo Bellstriker that probably dealt 12 damage in the first game. And he was very patient with his removal and, got the Hellrider and, got the real scary stuff. So he may not kill this Goblin Guide, especially because it's feeding him lands.
Right.
Doomblade.
Like Rabble Master, you definitely want to. Ooh, he went for it. Interesting.
Probably once he saw the Doomblade, he's like, okay, well,
Okay.
I have another answer.
Right.
Joe is going to really need to play Fulminator Mage and not Rabble Master next turn.
Yeah. He saw the Doomblade, so he might as well, right?
Yeah, he should know to play around it. He's also seen the Swamp.
Mm-hmm.
So, but there's 5 unknown cards, even though we know 4 of them are islands.
Right. Ooh, Eidolon with a great Revel.
That's interesting.
I guess it just dies to Doomblade, but it could do 2 damage to him.
I think the fact that... I wonder if Joe didn't crack his Arid Mesa on purpose for some reason.
Interesting. He did not.
Because now he has to go take 2 more damage.
Right. Yeah, he should have gotten a duel in at the end of Hunter's turn.
Maybe he's just going to cast Eidolon here.
I don't know how much I like that, but okay. Not using his mana efficiently, he basically has nothing to do with that extra 1.
Yeah. Fulminator looks really appealing, although we know that it doesn't. Like, if he just casts a Stone Rain, it's actually really bad here.
Right. He can just play Fulminator Mage and use it as a 2-2.
Yeah.
I think that would have been better than the Eidolon here, just so he taps all of his lands.
Right.
On the other hand, he doesn't have 2 2-mana spells if he draws a 4th land next turn, so maybe it's a moot point.
Right. Hunter finds a Flash Freeze.
Oof.
His hand's starting to get real. Like, he can counter a spell now, and then...
Yeah, and then next turn he has Tezzeret to search up something. He's got a lot of good stuff in his deck, so he'll find something useful.
Yeah. Now Joe's gonna sack. Get Stomping Ground.
Yeah. There's land number 4, Siege Gang Commander's almost live.
Yep. It was almost live last game, and then I got Mendelian Collection, and the game kept going.
Oh, no.
So Joe has to decide what to play around here, basically.
Right.
I still don't think you cast Rabble Master into open mana. So I think it's going to be the Fulminator.
Yeah. I also don't like tap to Stomping Ground when he has Mutagenic Growth in his
Yeah.
hand. There's no reason to leave up Basic Mountain.
Right. And now he pulls out the Flash Freeze.
Alright.
Mutagenic Growth could be really good here. It
Against what exactly?
Well, if he like Tezzerets and -1s or something, or like
Right.
doesn't put it down to 1,
Mm-hmm.
then he can play Rabble Master, make a Goblin, and attack for 3.
Right, okay.
Although there's a good chance if Tezzeret goes down by more than 1, like if it goes down to 1 or 2 loyalty, the Revelry could kill the artifact and the Tezzeret.
Right.
That's less efficient though.
Mm-hmm.
Tezzeret, the Seeker. Yep, here's a -2.
Okay.
What costs 2?
Perilous Mir? Sorry, I was just playing Magic Duels.
Nice.
What? He doesn't... Alright, what actually costs 2 mana?
Signet. I don't think that's what he wants here.
No.
He already got the capsule. So
He's
that
not
wasn't
playing the
enough.
draw capsule, is he?
I don't think so.
Yeah, that one's not actually very good.
Like a Wellspring or something. I don't think
Oh,
so.
there we go, that's a thing.
Oh, Spellskite. That makes sense.
Yeah, fantastic.
It's not going to work out, but it was a good decision, I think.
Yeah.
If Joe
So-
draws a land, he's in really great shape.
Right, and there it is.
Because now he can go Revelry, kill both your non-land permanents, Rabble Master, attack for 1.
Yeah.
Which is a pretty strong position. He could also just cast the Siege Gang Commander. And he... is that better?
I think Rabble Master's actually better first. I'm not sure. Well, what's going to get in for the most damage? I guess we got to do some math here. 5 power versus... I think I like Rabble Master and Revelry right here just to get the Spellskite off the table before he can protect it with counter magic.
And you don't want him to activate Tezzeret again either.
Right, yeah. Because if you play Siege King Commander, Tezzeret stays in play. That's definitely not good.
Yep.
Rabble Master has the potential to do as much or more damage than Siege King Commander by itself, so you shouldn't use that land for that Rabble Master. Oh, wait, what? Why do you pay 3 for that? Well, he's got 1 floating if he does this right.
That's gonna work out.
No, what? He actually just thought Revelry cost 3 mana.
Yeah.
He did not cast his Rabble Master.
He Thalia'd himself.
Yeah, wow.
And now Siege Gang might get countered now.
Yeah, this is really going to cost Joe.
It says something about Hunter's plan that Disable Stroke's even in his deck. So, like, even though
that's interesting.
Joe has very few relevant cards. He may just play Rabble Master, though, to play around Mana Leak. Which we saw in Game 1.
Mm-hmm.
Yep,
there it is.
He saw Disable Stroke, too. So...
Yeah.
It actually worked out for him, because if he had played Rabble last turn, he probably would have played Siege Gang now and gotten it countered.
Right.
So,
on the other hand, Rabble Master would have already been in play, and he'd be hitting for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... a lot more damage. I think that's worth getting the Siege Gang countered.
Randomly spearing yourself is a good play, apparently.
Well, actually, I wouldn't even play the Siege Gang Commander if Rabble Master was already in play, because I'd be worried about Damnation.
That's true. I feel like I'm supposed to make a comment about how good it's been for him in the tournament, but you probably are aware.
You know what was really not good for me in the tournament is missing lethal.
Yeah. It happens. Well, Tide Hollow Strix can get in the way of the Rabble Master.
Yeah, not so great at blocking the tokens, though, so
Yeah.
Joe can just build those up and keep swinging with them. He's at least got a plan for now.
The 5th mountain
land
is usually not that good in my deck. It's definitely not good here. It may tempt Joe, however, because he could Siege Gang and then sack a Goblin and kill the Strix. And get in for, you might describe it as oodles of damage.
I think, it looks like Joe's going to be a little more patient here, and maybe he's still trying to play around the Mana Leak.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure you can't just trade with a Goblin if you're Hunter.
Yeah, no, he probably has to take that.
What's he trying to draw?
Anything but a land?
Not Sunken Ruins.
Yeah. Man. Snaring Bridge wouldn't even really get the job done here. What does he need?
Lightning Helix. Could take care
that's
of
a card.
Strix. That's tempting. I'm not sure if it's correct. I guess it lets you get in for 5 more damage, though.
Yeah, I would do it.
Yeah. You still
you're
have
swinging for 8 and Hunter's just dead next turn?
Yeah. Joe's deck finally giving him some tools. I feel like he's had a couple rough rounds. I don't know if you've watched them yet.
He's casting Siege Gang here. I don't really understand that one.
That was a very fast Disdainful Stroke.
Yeah. I wonder if he was trying to bait out a counter so that he could more safely Lightning Helix the Strix.
Yeah. We need to get Siege Gang in the graveyard. Although I guess maybe it's on the stack.
Yeah.
Okay, there we
go. Alright, yeah, he's got it.
So he's attacking for 8 here.
Mm-hmm. And there is always that mutagenic growth, which could randomly...
It basically... It gives him lethal next turn, even if the Rabble Master dies.
Right.
Of course, Hunter could draw Damnation. Oh, Joe took 3 damage from his Lightning Helix, apparently.
That's very awkward. Yeah, I saw his life going down. I was wondering why that happened. I should have probably mentioned something.
Alright, Hunter goes to 5. Yep, I think he's got to draw Damnation.
I
guess he
or
could-
Ensnaring Bridge.
or-
No, Ensnaring Bridge kills him.
Or like Drown in Sorrow if that's in his deck.
Yeah.
He's probably
I'm
has.
pretty sure
He probably
doesn't.
has outs. Yeah.
Could even just Serum Visions into another card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He has the mana for Jace Memory Adept to draw a card and then get his Damnation off the top. Well, no, it'd have to be Infestor or Drown in Sorrow for that one to work. He's
Yeah.
gonna have 8 mana next turn.
He just
He fired off the Mutagenic Growth right now.
put him to 3. I guess it doesn't really
Yeah.
matter. Oh no, it matters a lot. Is if he draws
yeah.
Infest right now, yeah. That could actually be a huge error.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the Mutagenic Growth. I drew Teleria West.
What do you do with that? He might be able to do something with it. What lands does he have?
Academy
He doesn't have
Ruins and Inkmoth Nexus. I don't think it does anything. Darksteel
No,
Citadel.
that's not gonna do it. Pact of the Titan would have been pretty hilarious to trade with the Rabble Master, but then Hunter would still be dead.
Yeah,
He also has no red mana in his deck, so he would just lose to the Pact of the
that is
Titan
also
next
true.
turn.
It is important to notice in games that you win. I'll make sure we tell them in a minute when they join us. But yeah, that Mutagenic Growth left him dead to 2 cards he shouldn't have been dead to.
Yeah.
Hunter's probably running through the options, but no. And
Oof. Wow.
Yeah, everyone's now a winner. Everyone has a win in the league.
Some people are.
Not everyone has a loss in the league. I feel like someone has to do something about that.
Yeah. So, is anyone 0-3 right now, or am I actually at the bottom at 1 and 2?
I think they're video calling us, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm just going to accept their call.
All right. Are you in their call? I see you're still here.
Apparently not.
Yeah.
I think we have to leave this one.
Yeah, leave this one then.
Hello there.
Hey.
Hello.
Well, bud.
Yeah, it was that first game was really exciting finish there.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
I misplayed pretty bad tapping down for Talisman and Inkmoth for no reason and not leaving up just Cryptic and Doomblade, which would have saved me a turn at least.
Can we invite Sky?
Sure.
See if I can get him.
I got him. Never mind. He wasn't appearing on my contact list for some reason.
I was just glad you didn't Doomblade the Goblin Guide.
Yeah. Yeah, that was pretty interesting at the end there. So you're saying if you would play Go for the Throat on exactly the Goblin Guide, you would have won, I believe. Any other combination of Cryptic tap your team or anything else didn't work.
I could see bolting the Zergo instead of the Goblin Guide, or not bolting, the Doomblade. Killing the Hero Box at Bridge seemed a little strange since you already had so few cards in hand it was unlikely to be able to attack for the rest of the game. I guess.
My thought was just I knew he was main decking Destructive Reverie in the earlier matches.
Right. Right,
And
so you had to be worried.
if I was able to gain any life off of Tezzeret, then I'd rather have his biggest creature off the board.
Right, okay.
He did just have to survive that turn. Sky got in right at the end of that game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
What were you saying? If I killed the other thing, then it would have worked for for Goblin Grenade.
yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
What walk us through, I guess both of you, the sequence like around the Vidillion click turns. It was like Hunter was at 7, and then I guess like first why'd you cast a lightning bolt? I can see reasons to not play it, I think. And then did you think about just not casting a Tarkus command there?
Well, the lightning bolt before was just because I knew he had 3 mana up, but it was from one source. So if he was going to counter for any reason, I was going to try to force the mana at the end of his turn.
Okay.
I thought that it might be the Vidillion, but I also thought, okay, maybe he has something else up his sleeve.
Right.
And I'd rather force it on his turn, or at least guarantee my 3 damage through.
That makes sense.
And then the Atarka was, I wanted to play the Atarka's command. I just needed to make sure that, because it was 3 damage, and I know he didn't have any mana up.
Right. It was tricky because like if you give him the option to take the command and then you draw land and you cast a Siege Gang, life is great and you probably win. But if you brick, then like it's really bad. So
yeah. No, I wanted the guarantee 3, and then I was just hoping to draw something extra to get that last point
one
through.
more burn spell. I went from thinking you were a huge favorite to thinking Hunter had a shot to thinking Hunter was probably going to win to when he drew the Cryptic. Yeah. When he drew the Tezzeret.
Cryptic was a huge draw there.
The Tezzeret was like, oh, well, now he only has to survive 1 turn, but then drew the burn spell at the last opportunity.
Was there a reason...
Bridge was awkward.
Was there a reason you didn't attack after the command, just to force me to kill a click?
Because I didn't notice you had 2 cards in your hand.
Ah.
I thought it was 1 card, so I still couldn't attack.
Okay.
Oh, wait, no, sorry. It was because I only had a 3/3, and I figured with you having 1 creature out, that if I could draw another small guy that could attack at some point in the future, I just needed to get that last point through. I'd rather have 2 creatures on the field.
Okay.
Trading didn't make sense.
All right, I guess it didn't matter too much either way.
Yeah, I can come up with a good reason to trade or a good reason not to trade, really. I wasn't sure what was better there.
To me, it made more sense to have another creature out. That way, if he had something to kill that could kill my guys, maybe one of them gets through.
Yeah. Was the big thing that happened at the end of the second game was were Drown in Sorrow and Infest in the deck.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so yeah, burning that mutagenic growth was probably not a good play.
I thought of that like 2 seconds after I played it, because I remembered the entire time that I had mutagenic in my hand, because it was like in my starting hand, I was thinking, okay, this is perfect for if he ever draws one of those 2 minuses to everything.
Yeah.
And then on that turn, I completely forgot that he had those cards, and I'm like, ooh, I can do 2 more damage.
It was funny that...
So I had it in my head the entire rest of the game, and I just, farted.
But yeah, those Joe's deck is the reason I drafted those cards, and I was kind of sad not to see them.
Yeah.
He gave, it gave Hunter 2 more outs. Because Sky and I were saying, like, oh, look, he needs to draw Damnation. What else is new?
This seems familiar somehow.
Yeah. Anything else noteworthy, Sky?
Joe, you cast Destructive Revelry thinking it was 3 mana in game 2, and then didn't cast your Rabble Master because you tapped a land and didn't realize you had a mana floating.
Destructive Revelry is only 2?
Yeah. Were you thinking it was 3 the entire time? Like, even in your previous games?
Yes.
I'm surprised no one caught that before, because I'm sure you've cast it at some point.
No,
I did not notice that at all.
Oh, okay.
The first time it's been relevant. But no, I thought it was 1 colorless, 1 red, 1 green.
Yeah, you could have had the Rabble Master down a turn earlier and been swinging with it and the tokens
That was
before.
confusing.
Yeah.
What'd you guys think of my incredibly sketchy keep game 2?
Dom asked me what I thought of your hand, and as soon as I was about to respond, you capped and played your first land. I said, I like it a lot less now that it's not a random 6.
Yeah. I don't know. You could kill one thing and then not do anything for a while. Like, I think it's pretty borderline. I definitely would have mulliganed under the new rule, which I've said a couple times now. Like,
Yeah.
the new rule is interesting.
Mhm.
But yeah, it was.
It was pretty sketchy.
I think you had enough like strong cards for the matchup, like after sideboard, that I might have sent it back. But yeah, it was very, very average or mediocre, maybe is the right word.
Mhm. Yeah, there's not enough action, which you need early against a deck that's playing a bunch of Goblin guides and shenanigans like that.
Yes.
Goblins.
Goblins on the board. Yeah, how does that feel now? You got to win.
I'm happy. I'm done.
Let's
Let's move on to the next draft.
Everyone.
New
has a-
draft. New draft.
New draft. I figured we can talk about it tomorrow night when everybody's online, but maybe we can start a new draft and just like derp around, do a few rounds, and then after this one's over, we can like just all get online and do the rest of it.
Mhm.
Right.
Because this has been fun. Like the drafting process took too long.
Yeah.
I don't like the idea of having to wait 2 months before I get to play matches again.
Yeah, it took a while.
It took almost exactly 2 months. It was like almost to the day. Or I think
Wow.
it was exactly 8 weeks is what it was. I think it was 56 days.
Okay.
All right. So, guess that's it for the early bird session of Rotisserie Draft.
All right.
Yeah, we shall reconvene at what time? I think I have a match at 8:30, but there's one before that.
Other Joe and I play at 7.
Okay.
So I think that's when that is. I have not gotten a hold of Carney at all, by the way, like since I posted the schedule. So I'm a little nervous about that. I sent him a text. He hasn't replied. So,
Am I supposed to play against him, or?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
So we need to figure that out. But he did say he was available on the survey. So hopefully.
All right.
We'll.
Well, I wish you guys good luck tonight because I will not be there.
Yeah.
All right, well, thank you.
Enjoy the pre-release.
Yeah, have fun with that. Best of luck.
What color should I go?
Green. Or red, or blue. Even black, but just not white. Don't do white.
I actually think white's pretty good in the set.
Yeah, I have a friend that says white's probably the best color in the format. Although he thinks it's usually the best color.
I read a little bit online that like the nut red aggro deck is like the best deck in the format. Like if you open the red aggro deck, it's really good. But I don't know. I haven't played with the cards yet.
Okay.
So I'd say probably red or white.
Is Juggernaut in this set?
No, there's some like weird new Juggernaut that's not as good.
Okay, yeah, because I know there's that red uncommon that like puts a 1/1 doctor into play and all of your artifact creatures have haste.
Hasty Juggernaut would be pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pulling it up now. Can't find it. I didn't realize they reprinted Meteorite. Oh, it's called Ram Roller. It's a 3-mana 2/3. It attacks each turn if able, and it gets +2/+0 if you control another artifact. It's not a Juggernaut.
It's still okay. I mean, it's a 4/3 with haste if you have that thing, because it puts the Thopter into play to give it haste.
Yeah, gotta make a Thopter.
They're both 3 mana though, so it's kind of awkward.
Yeah. Alrighty then. Well, good luck. Let us know how the pre-release goes, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Okay.
Yes, tomorrow night.
Yeah.
And
Fairly well.
I think I'm the last match.
Okay.
All right.
Later.
See you guys later.
Alrighty.
See ya.
Peace.
Have a good one.